Welcome, everyone, to Double Eagle, the golf podcast. I'm Roy J. Akers of Skyview Sports, courtesy anyway. And on Double Eagle Golf, the podcast, we have Jeff Lesson from Lesson on Golf. And Jeff, you've got new things going on. You talked about them in the last show, and I would be remiss if I don't let you do that at the very end of this podcast today. And so we're going to let you get that. So in case somebody misses one of the podcasts, they'll know, because we want them to tune you in. Right. The golf industry is best, everybody, when you play a lot of golf courses, talk to a lot of people, and get a lot of opinions, not just from one or two people. At least I think that way anyway.
Sure. Absolutely.
So why not? The Masters. The holy grail of the golf season is happening. And before we talk about some of the favorites, what makes the Masters the toughest ticket in sports? I think I know what you're going to say, but I want to hear it.
Well, it goes way back to the 1960s where all of a sudden, maybe it was the 60s or 70s, you had to be on, there was a waiting list. And people say, well, I'm not unheard of the waiting list. But yeah, and it's continued. It's gotten longer and longer. And now it's almost impossible to get a practice round ticket. There's a lottery every year that they do. And it's just incredibly difficult to get. I've never, I've been there once covering it. That was 2004 when Phil Mickelson won. And I have not been back since. But it's something that everyone should experience at least once, if at all possible. It is so difficult to get those coveted Masters badges. I've tried, in that online lottery they do every year. I've never been successful, but I have some friends that have been successful multiple times, so there is a chance. But I would urge anyone and everyone, it's worth it. It's the price to pay just one time. It's a lifetime bucket list.
Yeah. So you see there's a chance. But, with that, I also heard as well that the members, if they catch one of the members or whatever, selling their badge, renting it out, leasing it out for the day, they can lose their membership. So you definitely don't want that. I'm afraid if I ever got credentialed for the Masters, I've never tried to get in. I tried to get into the TPC a few weeks ago, and they actually did a brief interview with me and decided that I had to have a minimum of like 1.5 million followers or whatever. And I'm like, well, I'm not there yet. So we're wasting our time here. Can I at least drone when I cover the Daytona 500? I mean, just everything was a big fat no. So I didn't. So I'm like, well, I don't think I'm getting in the Masters either. But I'm glad on that. What I would like to do is that we're after this 30, I'd like to go ahead and talk about some of the favorites for the Masters, some things that we think might happen. And we're going to do that with Jeff Lesson, and that's going to happen next. This is Roy J. Akers of Double Eagle Golf, the podcast. We are found multiple times weekly where we talk to professional, college, and USGA golfers. We cover stories and those that shape the sport. This is not just another podcast. We have exclusive content, print and podcast stories, and we spill the news before other media outlets drop their take. We are on all podcast channels, the YouTube channel, and can be found on skyviewsports.net. Check out Eagle Golf, the podcast, today. With us, Jeff Lesson of Lesson on Golf. We're going to tell you at the end of the show about his new platform he's going to be broadcasting from. It's very exciting to Jeff. He talked about it on our last show. He's going to talk about it. So make sure you stick around after we talk about our picks. Jeff, is it going to be Rory or Scotty, or do you have anybody else?
It's so wide open this year. Scotty, I don't. If you're really going to be honest, it's tough not to go chalk and pick him, because when he's on his game, he is the far and away best player in the world. Now, could he be off the week of the Masters? Sure, but even if he's off, he's almost a lock to be in the top 10 somewhere. Rory McIlroy, some people say, is still the most talented golfer in the world, but he's not nearly as consistent as one Scotty Scheffler. Could Rory win? Could Scotty win? Could someone else? But yeah, I know it's really going on a limb, but if I had to pick one guy, it would be world number one Scotty Scheffler. He's just the best player.
Yeah, well, And you know what's really exciting is I cover the memorial. I've been doing that the last 3 years, and so they make sure that we get a one-on-one with Scotty. It's only 5 minutes, but he was on our show last
Well, that's
year. He'll
great.
be on again this year, and
Nice
I'm
guy.
yeah, he actually is a very nice guy. I really enjoy him. You know, some of the other favorites in the tournament, I think we'd be remiss if we don't bring them up. And I hope you're enjoying some of our B-roll that we have as we're talking about Scotty Scheffler a little bit with Rory McIlroy. So you do not think that he is going to be the favorite to defend? Is he almost a lock to be in the top 10? Is he that good, or is there
Who,
a chance he
Rory?
could be? Yeah,
No, I don't think Rory's a lock to be in the top 10. Rory can be the best golfer in the world at any minute. You may argue he still has the most talent, but his consistency is nowhere near the level of Scotty Scheffler.
yeah.
Scotty, is never going to miss a cut at a big tournament, in my opinion. Maybe it has happened. I can't even remember one if it has recently. But, Rory, I look at it this way. Could he win the Masters? Could he defend? Sure he could. But guess what? If he has a bad couple days, he could also miss the cut or
Yeah.
come close. I mean, as far as consistency, at this point in their careers, there's no comparison between Scotty Scheffler and Rory McIlroy. So I will take Scotty over Rory 9 times out of 10. Could Rory beat him? Sure. But if I had to pick one guy that I'm much more comfortable to be a top 10, it's Scotty over Rory. And the odds should reflect that.
Yeah. Some other guys that are also in the top half, a dozen or so. We could mention everybody, but we don't have all day. Xander Schauffele is mentioned, Bryson DeChambeau, John Rahm, and somebody put Tiger Woods on a list, I think, as a joke. Because Tiger's time has passed. But
I don't think he's going to. I don't think he's. I mean, he said the other day that his goal is to try to play the Masters, but I don't know. I saw him at his TGL thing last week, and he didn't look that steady. So I'd be surprised if he gets out there to play the Masters, but maybe he will.
Yeah, we'll see. I am with you, Jeff. I do think Scotty Scheffler has the advantage over the rest of the field, but this is golf and a bad hole or whatever. But the thing is that people have to realize these guys, when you have a 4-shot lead over your buddies, the lead may or may not be safe. I would say with me it wouldn't be safe. Okay, when Scotty Scheffler or Rory McIlroy or Xander Schauffele have a 4-shot lead with 4 to go, they're too professional to mess it up unless just something really really crazy happens. That's how good these guys are. So when they get that lead, but the Masters has a way to be like melted butter on a hot summer day. I mean, leads do evaporate, and they do every year. Do you have any thoughts of what might happen at this year's Masters? I mean, it is
Well,
so wide open, or do you
I
think
want to mention
final
a
Sunday
name.
just 2 or 3
I want,
people have a
I
chance
want
to
to
win it?
mention a name who has been off the radar for a few years because he was with Live Golf. Now, you mentioned DeChambeau, who'll be there, but Brooks Koepka. If we remember, Brooks Koepka, before he left for Live, before he had his injury issues, and he's now getting healthy again, had those hip issues, he was as good as anyone at winning majors. The year Tiger won in 2019, Brooks Koepka was right there. His game is suitable for this golf course. He bombs the ball, obviously, and he's a good putter when he's on. So I'm not saying Brooks can win, but I noticed him playing his first couple events in the PG Tour has been getting back on form. And, I don't expect him to win, but I expect him to do a lot better than people think because his game is coming back into form. He's no longer the best golfer in the world at the top 2 or 3, but he could be making another appearance in that conversation.
It seems to me as though that there's a little bit of rust in his game when he came back from LIV.
Yeah.
I don't think the
No
field
doubt.
is not near as in depth. I get sent the same press releases you do from the LIV if you're getting them.
Yeah.
And I looked, and when I saw him, I thought he was pretty rusty. But I do happen to agree with your opinion. I've seen him in the last couple events. He looks like he's getting a little steadier.
Yeah.
He could be like a locomotive. I think he's got another big run in his game, but it's going to take him a little bit of time to do that. Fair enough?
Fair enough.
All right. When we come back, we're just going to take a very quick 30. Jeff is going to be telling us how you can find him on his new media outlet. And I'll tell you what, it's very exciting. And he's going to have that for you next. This is Roy J. Akers of Double Eagle Golf, the podcast. We are found multiple times weekly where we talk to professional, college, and USGA golfers. We cover stories and those that shape the sport. This is not just another podcast. We have exclusive content, print and podcast stories, and we spill the news before other media outlets drop their take. We are on all podcast channels, the YouTube channel, and can be found on skyviewsports.net. Check out Double Eagle Golf, the podcast, today. With this, everyone, Jeff Lesson, Lesson on Golf. Jeff, you have a new golf home. Tell us a little bit about it and what golf fans can expect so that they can watch and hear you.
All right. Thanks, Roy, for the opportunity. Glad to be with you again today. Folks, Lesson on Golf, celebrating our 30th year of doing the show, is no longer on the radio. We're no longer on 97.1 FM. We are on the Metro Detroit Golfers YouTube channel. Again, we're going to be on every Thursday. It's going to drop every Thursday night, starting Masters Thursday, and go to the Metro Detroit Golfers YouTube channel. That's where you'll find the show. Same show, an hour of the best places you can play golf in the state of Michigan. The addition of video, like Roy has at his wonderful podcast, video and photos is going to make all the difference in the world, because not only can we talk about the best places to play in the state, we're going to show you at the same time. The same great courses, same great resorts, even some new ones. Again, Lesson on Golf has moved to the Metro Detroit Golfers podcast, their YouTube channel. Check it out every Thursday night. It'll be there all week. So can't wait, Roy.
Yep. Couple things I know that Jeff has in store: golf instruction. I know that you said that occasionally there's going to be some of the pros that are going to be on. You have all those course reviews and that. You have the ability, in radio, you can use one finger to tell a story. I'm trying to get this right. You have two hands when you have video, and if you do it just right, and I believe that you will, I think that you'll have all that out there. I know that you're still going to be covering some PGA and LPGA Tour events. You'll probably have some of those pros on as well, or you have plans for that?
Yeah, we're in talks right now to do some special features around the Rocket and around the Live Tour event that's coming back to Plymouth at St. John's, the Cardinal. So I thought that was a lot of fun last year. I thought they did a great job there. It's just a different element that it brings. But yeah, we'll be involved in some way, shape, or form.
All right. Everyone, Jeff Lesson from Lesson on Golf. You're getting ready to hear him on Metro Detroit Golfers, his own page, with the Jeff Lesson page. Can you do that so people know where they can buy tee times? Can you put that down there real quick,
Yeah.
Jeff?
Again, the show will be on the Metro Detroit Golfers YouTube channel. Metro Detroit Golfers YouTube channel. That's where you'll find the Lesson on Golf show. It'll also be on all the other media platforms, Metro Detroit Golfers. Now, you want to buy the best deals in golf? We still have them at lessonongolf.com. Some of the best courses you can play anywhere in the state of Michigan, including a lot of ones I've talked about with Roy over the past couple of weeks. You can get them at the best price anywhere. Probably, 20, 25% discounts only at lessonongolf.com. While they last, Roy, it's been a pleasure.
Yeah, thank you very much. That's what I was getting at. I want to make sure that people could purchase those tee times, because I know you have some great deals at some of those awesome golf courses. Everyone, Jeff Lesson, Lesson on Golf. Thanks a lot for coming back. We hope to talk to you again soon. I'm sure you'll be in mid-season form the next time we talk to you. So there we have it. And until next time, everybody, this is Roy J. Akers, Double Eagle Golf, the podcast. Jeff Lesson. We'll see you next time.
His stardom confirmed.